Today we are in Sète in the south of France. The city, which sits at the foot of Mont Saint-Clair, is known as the Venice of Languedoc because of its large network of canals. Our walking tour of Sète Old Town is typical of the excursions offered by cruise ships in Sète, and Vikings included excursion in Sète. This tour is tailored for those who only have a short time in Sète. I am going to tell you what it entails, including where we went, what we did and how much walking and standing was involved. So by watching this video to the end I will show you what you see and the things to look out for. We met our tour guide on the dock. The old town is virtually right next to the dock. The old town itself is relatively flat, and many parts of the route are along pedestrian malls or roadways that have limits placed on the traffic that is able to use them. We crossed Pont de la Victorie onto the island that forms part of the old town. This man-made island was built on top of marshes in the 1850s by the fishermen, who were drawn to the area, and is relatively new compared to the rest of the city that dates from the 1600s. Pont de la Civette crosses the Canal Royal. The bridge was built in the 1960s, although other bridges had existed here since the 1840s. Next to the bridge stands the famous 15-foot statue of a jouster brandishing a lance. This pays homage to Sète's historic jouts nautiques, or water jousting, which is a legendary local sport that has been celebrated annually since 1666. The event is held on the canal in late August each year. The Canal Royal was built in the mid-1600s. It is the main canal in Sète. The canal stretches for a kilometre from the sea to the Thou Lagoon, and is renowned for the historic pastel-coloured buildings along its shores. Once over the bridge we proceeded along the promenade next to the canal. This promenade is known as the Quai de la Résistance. The Quai de la Résistance is the heart of Sète's old port. The promenade is known for its colourful Mediterranean architecture and many seafood restaurants. It is the main viewing area for the water jousting in the August festival. While on the promenade, we checked out some of the fishing trawlers moored along it. Sète is the largest fishing port on the French Mediterranean coast. The town's history and economy are tied to the fishing industry. From the fishing boats we backtracked a short distance and headed inland away from the canal. This took us up a slight rise past the narrow streets of the city. The walk led us to Place Leon Blum. This is Sète's central square in front of its town hall. The square is also known as Place du Pouffre, which translates as Octopus Square, because it features a famous brass octopus fountain. One day each week the square hosts a vibrant, bustling flower market. From the square, we headed down the main street to the Les Halles de Sete. This is in the center of the old town, and is Sète's main marketplace. At times, the market expands outdoors, spilling into the surrounding city streets. At this point we had walked about 1¼ kilometers, or just over 3/4 of a mile. Here we had 40 minutes of free time to further explore Sète. This allowed us time to explore the markets with their fresh seafood, and have a cup of coffee in the market's cafes. Or head back to the Canal Royal for coffee there. Or wander the back streets and parks of Sète. Quick favor, if you've got any helpful tips, drop them in the comments so everyone can learn. And if you liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe to join us on more adventures. Once we met up again, we continued down Rue Gambetta to place Aristide Briand. Rue Gambetta is lined with lively bars, cafes, and restaurants. It is also one of the Sète's main pedestrian shopping streets. The place Aristide Briand is the city's largest square. The square has an historic 130-year-old bandstand at its center. However, the square has been under long-term development and is largely blocked off. From here we headed back to the Canal Royal. After looking at the canal one final time, we returned to the port along our original outward-bound route. Including the walk back to the port, we would have walked, in total, about 2¼ kilometers, or a bit less than 1½ miles. This walk, including our free time, took about 2 hours. Well, that is our time in Sète. It is a beautiful port in southern France.